Grace and peace to each of you. My name is Scott Meador, pastor at Lovely Lane United Methodist Church. I'm standing here in our fellowship hall at the church, or at least as part of our fellowship hall. And if you look around, you can see that we are under construction. We're taking out some heating and cooling units. We're putting in new heating and cooling units. And to make that happen, we're trying to work hard to make our roof as strong as possible, as our new units will be going out on top. When all this is done, we'll be working on our parking lot, so we are definitely under construction. And I think sometimes the church has to carry forward in that way. We have to be a little bit under construction. We have to do what we do so that we can have a space that we can do ministry. Now, we need to be reminded that the church is not a building, the church is people, but you need a physical space in which you can do what God asks you to do. We need to have a space so that we can make disciples, share God's love, and bring hope to others. So we continue to move forward. But I think it's appropriate to talk about our building under construction, because isn't that what it is with our spiritual lives? Aren't we always under construction? Certainly hope you've been using this time during the pandemic to work on your own spiritual life, to go a bit deeper with God and to see what our Lord Jesus has to offer in your life. To have our spiritual life under construction is a very good thing. A mentor of mine once said that for each of us, our spiritual lives are either a journey or a battle. I tend to really like that imagery of a journey. We're growing, we're evolving, we're asking questions. We never quite know what's going to happen next, but we want to learn more. And we also see that we never, ever arrive. We're always on that journey. We're always under construction. A few years ago, I was in Denver. I was at a preaching conference and happened to hear Walter Brueggemann speak, a very well-known Old Testament professor. He said that in regards to the spiritual life, we tend to want certitude. We want to have everything figured out. But our Lord doesn't give us certitude, but what our Lord asks from us is fidelity, to simply be faithful, to continue to be curious, to continue to ask questions, and to continue on that journey. Somebody that I find very interesting from the Bible is Nicodemus. We find Nicodemus' story in John chapter 3. We see that Nicodemus comes to see Jesus late at night. He's a Jewish leader. He is steeped in the Jewish tradition. But he thinks that Jesus might be able to help him out with some take on the spiritual life. Jesus ends up telling him that you have to be born again. Nicodemus doesn't quite understand all of this, and we have to believe that he walks away disappointed. But fast forward in the story, we see that Jesus has died. The body of Jesus needs to come down from the cross. And Joseph of Arimathea asked Pontius Pilate, "Can I take the body of Jesus down?" And Pontius Pilate says, "That's fine." So as Joseph takes the body of Jesus down, guess who is there to help? It's Nicodemus. He's being very open with his faith, and we have to believe that things have evolved to a point that he is fully a believer, and he wants to help out. So today we lift up a journey. We lift up the fact that we're under construction, a building and a spiritual life. Through it all, we keep moving forward and know that God walks with us every step. May God bless as we journey forward and carry on.